Hey everybody. So, episode Revenant has finally arrived, and with that, Bungie dropped a bunch of changes to the game. A lot of them being very nice quality of life changes that I'm excited to show. I'm not going to show any story spoilers here. However, I am going to just go over the UI changes as well as just new features that are very nice to have. So first off is the director. You'll see that we have a new layout for the director to make space for the new area. But also what I'm very happy about is they are now showing these dungeon and raid markers that show what the featured activity for the week is. And for places that have two dungeons, such as the Moon where you have Pit of Heresy and Duality, it will specify which dungeon will give you the pinnacle that week. Keep in mind we do have two raids now in the rotation as well as two dungeons rather than just one. So we are going to have double the pinnacles and more activities to farm every single week. As well as another change being the new Pathfinder layout, which I am super happy about. So if you click here, you can see Pathfinder has its own little spot. But also, they stopped mixing Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard, and now they each have their own lanes. So it will be easier to complete Pathfinder just by doing a single activity rather than having to spread out to all three. Now, another quality of life change that people are super excited about and that we've wanted for a while is attunement for the class items. So now for exotic class items, you will be able to pick a single perk, and it's not going to be guaranteed, but it will increase the chance that you get that perk on the class item when you do Dual Destiny. A few weeks ago, I also put out a video about a very annoying setting that Bungie kind of forced on people and introduced into the game half-baked without a setting slot. Now they have finally added the friend online notification section, and you can turn it on and off as you wish. So finally, for people on console, you'll be able to turn this off without any hassle. Now, of course, with a new season, we're going to have new items put into Eververse. However, something that I think is very cool is this. This is the Assassin's Creed set, and it's currently being sold for Bright Dust, which is the first time we've had a crossover set sold for Bright Dust since Season of the Plunder. So if you do enjoy the Assassin's Creed set and you want to get it on your characters, you could currently buy it for Bright Dust. They also add the Twisting Strand shader, which was originally a silver only shader, into the shop for Bright Dust. So if you do want to get this, make sure you grab it this week. Now Bungie also tried a new style of shaders this season with the three core vendors. As you can see here, Zavala gives you kind of a graffiti look, like the Wild style had on it, which is a definitely a new take on shaders that they haven't done before. Shax's shader is more Crucible oriented, however it does look pretty good. It's a bright red with gold highlights that I really think looks pretty nice. So Drifter shader adds kind of a snake pattern to you. You can see in the back here there's snake skin on that, and it's just a very nice green shader. Also, something cool to note, if you did not buy the Final Shape annual pass, if you go to special deliveries, you will finally be able to claim the Tessellation Catalyst. Now heading over to Hawthorne, there are a few new changes. With the reprisal to Garden of Salvation, you're going to find a new section here for focusing red border garden weapons. And you will also see that there is a memento here. So this memento is kind of like the Salvation's Edge memento, where to complete it, you need to finish the raid without any hard wipes. Now this memento does look pretty good. So if you look over here, it adds sort of a shiny rust to certain guns. However, I found out that to other guns, which the Root of Nightmares weapons are a good example, it adds a kind of radiolaria effect to it, which is pretty cool. Another thing to note that while going through all of these mementos, I did find out that Iron Banner now has a new memento, which doesn't look bad. Another change that I've noticed at the very least that I know a lot of people are super happy about is the fact that Ada 1 no longer allows you to get 10 bounties every episode. Instead, she is capping you out at 18. Before we were able to get 40 bounties in a year with seasons. Now in a year we're going to be able to get 54, which is a huge increase. The final change that I do want to mention is in the inventory. So over here you can see that they updated the way the mods look to make them pop a bit more. This doesn't have much of a change, however it is kind of cool to look at.
Please watch your step. This is a lab, not a lounge.
And that is all I have to show for this video. I haven't done much with episode Revenant so far, however I am super excited to see how the changes go and how the story goes. I hope you guys have a great day, and have a good one.